Well, that's my bad. I was cleaning up a little bit because I had some extra time today after lunch before we started, and I lost track of time. So yeah, that happened. Let me remember the buttons that we need to use. And let's continue. Really, you're not going to talk to me about Mulander? Okay. Fine. How is everybody today? Everybody's morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Hey, very funny not. How's your morning going? It's nice bright and early there for you, isn't it? Like, really early. Well, it'd be 9. Mine's good. I actually got all of my recordings done that I need to do today already. They're rendering on the second computer. So we're going to stream for, I don't know, an hour, maybe 2. And then I'm going to get some cleaning done today. So it'll be a good day. It's been good. I'm going to need some water here at some point, too. Don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be soon. All right. Maybe this will be the week where I test upgrading to Windows 10 and see how that works. I'll have plenty of time. I don't have an army currently. I literally just have Druzzl, who actually has some people that we need to talk to. So, let's go do that. Let's get everybody leveled up while we're waiting as well. 1 point, huh? 1 point for Iskrim. Sure. That's a lot of maximum health. Let's go some resistances. All right, Rowan. You're Rowan, right? Yeah. What do we want for you? We could go with Elemental Imbuing, or we could go with Battle Mage. Wow. There we go. Now, Gore. Let's increase spell power. Ram and Iana. Crit chance. Auto attack damage. Let's see here. Any perks that we have immediate access to? No? Okay, let's go with auto attack damage then. Alright.
Yes? So, have we gotten past that I don't trust you thing? I want to know more about you.
Well, there isn't that much to know about me, Tahar. I'm a demonologist from Kalea, and I've been on the road for a couple of years now. That's it.
Wait, you're Kalean?
Yeah, and I know I don't have the accent, but that was a lot of training.
What made you come to Nortander?
Long story, and I don't want to talk about it. Anything else, Tahar? If not, let me get back to my grimoire.
Can you tell me more about your craft? About demonology?
And why's that? Thinking about a career change?
It's certainly a powerful school of magic. I could see myself dabbling in it.
Well, the moment you start dabbling with it is the moment you enjoy a very painful death. There's a reason demonology is forbidden. Most people who mess with it die. But sure, if you have questions, ask.
Let's start with the basics. What's the core principle of demonology?
It's simple. You study demons and their powers, and bind them to your will. And thus you gain access to their powers. Take a devourer. Once you've studied and subdued her to your will, you can access her strength. And I'm not talking about merely summoning her. You can channel her powers.
Interesting. Thanks for the insight.
Sure.
Apparently, we'd already gone through that.
Let's see. Can you tell me more about Kalea? What's it like there?
It's a pretty general question, Corporal.
What are Kaleans like, compared to Nortandians?
Good question. I don't spend that much time socializing, so I don't know if I can give you the answer to that. But all in all, Kalayans are a lot less stiff than you Nort folks. Kalayans like to sing, to dance, and to fuck. They do it a lot, sometimes at the same time. They admire philosophy and magic, and being good in either of those makes you the equivalent of a famous bard here in Greyfell. On the other hand, the people are two-faced. That's a lot better here in Northander. You have your little intrigues, but you generally say what you mean, which Kalayans see as almost primitive.
Kalea is a city-state, isn't it? Like Everlight.
Yeah. Well, almost. When people say Kalea, they usually refer to the chain of islands in the Sea of Dreams, a couple of miles from Imperia. However, only the big one in the middle is really inhabited. And that one's pretty much just a massive city called Kalea. Nobody can remember the names of the other islands, not even the Kalayans themselves. But yeah, it's essentially a city-state. And even though Kalea is small, it's very powerful. You know, spices, sugar, sea jewels, all the kind of stuff a tropical paradise has to offer.
Rich as a Kalayan, isn't that how they say?
Yeah, though that ignores the fact that there's thousands of Kalayans starving to death in the slums.
Do you happen to know if Kalea is affected by the Bloodburn too?
Don't think so, no. At least I haven't heard anything.
There's been a lot of tension between Northander and Kalea during the Mage War. How is the situation now?
I haven't been back since, so I couldn't tell you. But according to the sailors, things have gotten better.
I'm still wondering what made you leave Kalea and travel the world to study demonology.
You're not letting this one go, are you?
Nope.
Alright, if your life depends on it, I'll tell you. To make it short, I grew up in the slums of Kalea. A shithole if ever there was one. Just imagine an entire quarter made up of half-ruined shacks with the smell of shit and piss everywhere, and way too many people. Then add the tropical heat to it, and you've got the place I grew up in. My father had left right after I was born. My mother is what you call a day laborer, though the days when she wasn't laboring outweighed the ones when she did. Whatever job there was, she took it. Even if it was cleaning the shit out of Kalayan canals. She worked hard, but it just wasn't enough. We lived in a windowless room, and I shared a bed with my mother for the first 14 years of my life. Long story short, after a while, my mother simply couldn't cover the expenses anymore. The rent for our room went up, and jobs became less and less, since the Mage Wars in Northander also affected the trade in Kalea. So my mother looked for someone to help her out, and found one. A man named Creo. He was a loan shark who had it all. A stupid name and a shady beard. 2 lackeys who followed him wherever he went. And above all, a complete lack of what other people would call decency.
I think I can see where this is going.
Sure you can. It's not the most unique of stories, is it? To cut to the chase, 1 year later we were in massive debt. Creo suggested my mother another way of making up for it. You can fill in the blanks. I was just too weak. Over and over this fucking bastard came. Had my mother tell me to go for a walk. And every time I had no choice but to obey. Do you have any idea how that feels, Tahar? To be that powerless? I remember one day I looked in the mirror and realized how much I hated the boy I saw. I hated his body with all its frail bones, his small arms, his bloodshot wet eyes. And that's when I decided to change things. So the next time he came, I fought back.
How did that go?
What do you think? He beat me up. And it was the same next time and the time after that. At first he found it funny. But after the 4th time he threatened to kill me. The only thing that stopped him from doing it is because my mother begged him to. And I had only made it worse. On my 14th name day I left home and joined up with the Kalayan sand prowlers. My mother begged me not to go. But I just couldn't. Standing there and watching this fucking bastard walk into our room again and again whenever he felt like it. I just couldn't. Dying would have been better than staying. The way I figured it was that if I earned enough money to pay Mother's debts, Creo would leave her alone. Once I was strong enough, I'd come back. Wait for him to show up again. And then... well, you can imagine the rest.
I think I can. So who were these sand prowlers?
A group of mercenaries. They took me in and trained me. And even though they were skeptical at first, they quickly realized that my determination made up for what my body was lacking. When I was 16 and I discovered my magic, one of their leaders made me his apprentice. The arcane universities are a shithole made up of boy-loving old geezers who care more about how you wear your hair than about your magic. I'll tell you the real thing. And that she did.
What about your plan to pay your mother's debts? Did that work out?
Well, I thought so at first, but we'll get there.
What was it like to work with the Sand Prowlers?
Well, if you were hoping for stories of sex, adventure, and intrigue, I have to disappoint you. Most of it was nasty stuff. Fighting in wars which you knew were wrong, beating up people who were practically helpless. But then again, the Chilean Guard was no better than that. It was a case of pick your poison.
Was that Sand Prowler mage also who introduced you to demonology?
What? No, she was a mediocre mage at best. The most powerful thing she could do was lighting someone's hair on fire. Though of course she didn't see it that way. After 1 year I was already stronger than her, and I started my own studies.
Huh. So did you ever return to your mother?
Of course, on my 18th name day. I had wanted to return earlier, but a contract had me kept overseas for a lot longer than I had expected. Sorry. It's strange to talk about it.
What happened?
My mother. She was gone. Her room had been cleared out, and the neighbors told me she passed away unexpectedly just 3 weeks before I arrived. Her heart just stopped beating.
I'm sorry.
Why? It was a natural death. She was old when she gave birth to me, and the life on the Chilean streets isn't forgiving. In other words, it was bound to happen. I went into the room and looked for our stash. A small casket under the floorboards. I found it, opened it, and saw all the money I'd sent her over the years.
So...
She never used it to pay Creo as I instructed her. I have no idea why, but my best guess is that she thought it was mine since I earned it. She was that kind of person, you know? No matter how hard fate punched her in the face, she clung on to her ideals. Always did what was right rather than what was good for herself. And look what she got in return.
Did you ever visit her grave?
I did, but it was a mass grave. Dozens of corpses, all piled onto each other, and some earth shoveled on top of it. I threw up when I saw it, and never came back after that.
What about Creo?
Well, as you can imagine, I went to look for him. Right after I was able to think straight again. But he was gone.
Where?
I don't know. I asked everywhere and everyone who could know, and they either didn't or gave me different information. After a while, I gave up.
Why?
Because people like Creo are just a reality we have to deal with. I could have killed him, but what good would it have done? My mother was dead, and no amount of bloodshed and gut tearing could have changed that. The world doesn't give a fuck about your ideals, Tahar. About doing the right thing. That's just the shit we tell ourselves to help us sleep at night. You eat or you get eaten. It's that simple. I wasn't strong enough when I should have been. And that's why I couldn't help her. That will never happen again.
I see where you're coming from, but without ideals, we'd be living in the claws of Nor.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. To wrap up the story, I enrolled at the university from the money my mother saved for me. Turned out the Sand Prowler mage was wrong. There were some boy-loving professors, but they knew their shit. I studied and practiced until there was nothing left to study. Then I found out about demonology and the power in it. I quit university, and I've been traveling ever since. Taking jobs as a mercenary here and there, but above all, improving my skills. My last stop was Bargagora to summon a devourer.
Huh. And what are you after, in the long run?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there.
Huh. Interesting story. Thanks for your trust, Uram.
Sure. Hope you're happy.
Ram has access to a new skill, Call of the Elders, which means we finished his affinity quest. Summon a more powerful demon to aid you on the battlefield. Just straight up available. Does that mean I can just put it in his... No. Interesting. We'll have to play with that. We've got another one up here with Undergast. We are slowly whittling down our quest log, which is good. While I wait for Druzzl to get up here, I have a bit of my lunch stuck in my teeth. Well, I can't feel it anymore, so that's good. Are you coming, man?
Yes?
Yeah, it just takes you forever to get up here, apparently. There you are.
Now
Excellent.
would you look at that?
Talk to Undergast.
Yes? What is it?
Back when we met, you told me about an internal disagreement, which led to many of the guild's mages leaving. What exactly happened?
Why do you want to know?
No particular reason. I'm simply curious.
I see. Well, simply put, the guild had two leaders until half a year ago, me and Lena. Lena and a lot of the other mages felt that they could uphold their neutrality no longer without sacrificing their integrity.
You're talking about the persecution of mages.
Yes, I am. As Lena said, they are crucifying us, burning us alive, putting masks on our heads that destroy our minds. If there's something wrong with the world, it's people who keep their heads down because they are afraid to stand in for what's right.
Quite the speech.
She was very emotional when it came to the topic, yes. However, her stance conflicted with everything the Creators Guild stands for. We preserve knowledge, push forward the boundaries of magic. We do not involve ourselves in power games and politics. Figuratively speaking, a fisher will never be a good military commander, just like a mage will never be a good politician.
So where did Lena and the other mages go?
I do not know. They left to fight the purity and save mages, but I have not seen them ever since.
Could you tell me more about Lena? What was her position in the guild?
She was the guild's treasure master. Other than that, I do not know what to tell you. She was quite young when she joined the guild, not even 24 winters old, and immensely talented. When it came to mentalism, her skills were unmatched. She was different than the others. She was better than the others. And I always saw a spark of genius in her eyes. And yes, I do know that most people would call that attraction. But it was just a fraction of what made our bond unique.
I don't want to pick either of these, so I'm going to go with understand.
Well, I understand the conflict.
Well, you are an empathetic man, so I would have been surprised if you did not. But these events lie in the past. There is no point in discussing them any further, though I had certainly hoped for a different outcome.
You seem bitter.
As I said, I had hoped for a different outcome.
Could you tell me more about the woman who initiated the split? Lena. What was your relationship?
I would rather not talk about it. Please understand.
Of course. But if you ever want to talk about it...
I will tell you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What do we need?
We need for you
Understood.
to walk faster. I do have a whole bunch of money, and we've been playing as humans recently, so let's go see if we can't buy some upgrades. Maybe sell a whole bunch of stuff and buy a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, we have a thing to research, don't we? Whoops, that wasn't the button I wanted. Yeah, we do. There we go. There's intimidating presence. So the funny thing is we still have the
Let me
entirety
take a
of
look at your designs.
Tier
course.
3 to work on.
Take all the time you need.
Build speed. Let's see just how many of these we can buy. I would love to have all of them. Let's see here. What don't we need? We don't need these two. Well, we need that one. That's a lot of healing potions. You know, I've never used these. So we're going to start selling them. 5, 5. Let's do the silence, glisten, darkness, composure. Or okay, those two are good. How many talismans of unbreakable ice do we have? 2, 3 apparently. There's fresh start, necromancy, stone skin, cure all cures I'll keep. Amulet of whispers will keep. 30 HP. Mirror of Frost, Mirror of Flames. Yeah, those are fine. Summon a Goblin. We're going to keep that. I can sell some of these, especially when we have two of the same one. 50 and 50. These are just different ways that they look. Sell the Gamberson of Resistance. And sell these. We're all running better than these. Let's see here. Yep. I might keep the heavy plate. We're going to keep the Betrayer's Robe. So we can sell the shields. Sell those. Okay, so now we're up here. Ice, black. Ice, white, black. Wow. There's just lots of random stuff. I probably won't use two-handed. So we can sell the Warhammers. We can sell the Polearm and the Great Axe. Shaman Sword, Lacerating Bow. We're still going to spend half of our money. That clears out a decent chunk of everything. So let's do it. There we go. Whoops. That wasn't the button I wanted. So, let's see here. Improved build speed. Cost reductions. Excellent. Awesome. All right, now what do you have for me? Oh,
What's next?
You.
What can I do for you today?
I want to equip the Wayfarers.
The Wayfarers.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Looking for potions and
Everything.
scrolls?
I need
I'm sure I have just what you need.
everything. When we don't have catapults and champions yet, or mentalists, or keepers.
You know how to bargain, don't you?
All right. Well, now that that takes taken care of, let's go inside. I can hear the Devourer up here stomping around. I wonder if Druzzl could take him on by himself. Huh. It's an interesting thought. I don't know if we would need that or not. All right, let's see here. So we don't need to talk to anybody. It goes all the way back there. So let's take this as a shortcut. Okay, I should say we don't need to talk to anybody yet. We will need to here soon. Resources, sectors, units, quests. Yeah.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains
We've already
unrivaled.
listened to this one, haven't we?
One-
Because it plays it every single time we come down here. And I do mean every time we come down here. Alright, so we got to socket the Nexus Stone. Which does what?
Okay, I'm ready. Sure this place isn't gonna blow up once we insert the second stone, Iskrim?
What? No, I don't think that's likely.
All right, here we go.
Blasted, blistering blazes. I don't know what to say. This is amazing.
But it seems like it worked. We've restored the Nexus to full power. How are you feeling, Iana?
Overwhelmed, but it's bearable.
What now, though? Is it strong enough to perform this joining ritual?
It should be. And you, Tahar, should be the one to do it. You need to connect your mind to the Nexus. That way, you might be able to sense who or whatever is sending out the song. What do you say? Are you ready?
Shouldn't we, I don't know, prepare?
How? Putting on a Shaper costume? Now's as good a time as any.
Fair point. All right, Iskrim. I'm ready.
Good. Then step into the forge.
Into?
And what now? It...
Tahar!
We...
Oh, there's more.
Is it over?
Yes, I think so. By the Guardians, that was... I don't know what just happened.
Describe.
There were... voices, screams, thoughts, images.
How do you feel now? I mean, has anything changed?
I think so. Yes. I feel... I don't know. Clearer. As if something in my mind opened up.
Then it worked! Niehaus, hammer, we did it! You joined yourself with the Nexus.
So... I am telepathic now?
You're not a Dreamweaver. I'd feel it if that were the case.
I don't think you are, but you're connected to this place now. And therefore to the Shaper memories.
Does that mean we can finally locate the cause of the song?
You tell me. Think of the song, Tahar. Close your eyes. What do you feel? What do you hear? What do you see?
I'll try.
Yeah, because we totally needed the creepy breathing.
A failure. That's what you are.
No. That's impossible.
What is it?
My father. I heard his voice.
Your father? So you think he's behind this?
I also heard the voice of a woman. She whispered something.
A woman? Now this is, interesting. But I still don't understand. Do you really think your father is involved in the Bloodburn?
I don't think so. There's more to it, but yes, my father is involved in this somehow.
This is helpful, but it still does not tell us where to start searching. Think hard, Tahar. Is there anything else?
Yes, there were sounds. Drips, crickets, flies, but...
The eye. Your father's laboratory.
Tiara's breath, of course.
The eye? You mean the marshlands?
Yes. My father had a laboratory there, in the old abandoned manor of House Waite. Nobody was allowed to follow him there, not even Rohan or I.
Well, sounds like we have a lead. The Bloodburn and the Song of the White are somehow connected to your father in his laboratory.
So it seems. Yes.
Tahar, maybe...
What?
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Rohan, tell me.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, if you say so. I'll send a messenger to inform Lacane as soon as possible. He'll want to be there. Let's get prepared.
Well, that's definitely interesting. Okay, so we advanced the main storyline. But what do we have to do now? Travel to the Eye and meet with Randar Lacane. Well, what if I don't want to? What if I want to go talk to Yara and have some fun times? It is Yara, right? Yeah. I'm probably going to talk to her anyway. Alright, Yara. You have anything to say to me? I don't know if I like how this is as low as we can get. Aw, too bad I can't hold the right click. Forgot I was locked. Okay.
Let's see.
I wish I could zoom in further, but it is what it is.
Oh, hey. How are you holding up? Telepathy, visions, now your father. Must have been quite a whirlwind.
It was.
Well, I'm here if you need me. Now let's go find some answers, shall we? A deadly swamp, an old ruined castle, insects everywhere. If that doesn't sound like fun, I don't know what does. Corporal, need anything?
Aw.
How are you holding up?
I think I'm good. And you?
I'm good too.
Glad to hear it. So, can I help you with something?
Tell me a bit about your time on the road. What was it like?
Is that a command, Corporal?
Please?
All right. But I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell.
Oh, we already did
Have you ever
this.
been on the road by yourself? Well, most of the time, your stomach and your but as that feeling lasted until the sun came. Truth be told, I don't know.
Goodbye.
All right, we already gone through all that.
Will do.
So we're just gonna get out of here. We're gonna go find this eye place. That sounds like fun. Not really, but I don't know if I'd want to go confront my father if I was Tahar. That would be interesting. That confrontation would definitely be interesting. Oh! I wanted to check. We didn't get an extra tree. I was curious if we would or not. But no, we didn't. Alright, so where are we supposed to go now? We are supposed to go to the Eye. Blood of my blood. Proceeding past the point in the story will render large parts of the world inaccessible and may prevent you from completing certain quests. No, but the only way for me to, like, all of my quests are in Mulandir. All of them. And they all require me to continue this, so yes. Druzzl, Yara, Urim, and Undergast. Sounds good.
Iskrim's plan worked. By joining your mind to the collective subconscious of the Shapers, you were able to locate the origin of the Song of the White. The marshlands, also known as the Eye, where your father had a secret laboratory. It seems that Rondar Lekane was right. One way or another, your family is connected to the Bloodburn. Time to unravel the mystery.
Of course it's raining.
Tahar, there you are.
Bertrand?
That's my name. The Harbinger sent me to welcome you.
What about Iskander? I thought you'd still be there.
I was, until recently. But that's a long story. We can talk about it later if you want. First, we need to discuss the reason you're here. There's good news and there's bad news. Let me make this short. Sentenza, General Noria, caught wind of our endeavor. He knows we are headed for the Eye.
That's bad. What's the good news?
He wasn't sure of it, so he only came with a small division of soldiers. Still, the fortress is heavily guarded, so we will need more troops to storm it.
Damn it. We left our forces in Mulandir.
I know. There was no way you could have known this would turn into a full-fledged battle. But there's no time to turn back now, and we have to come up with a plan. The Harbinger himself will join you at the fortress, together with some Lightbringers.
Lightbringers? So the Purity has actual soldiers now?
They always had soldiers. the Bane.
What? No, the Bane doesn't belong to the Purity. They believe they do, but the Harbinger has clearly renounced any affiliation with them.
You really believe that? For the Harbinger's right hand, you definitely don't know a lot.
If that's what you want to believe, go ahead. Regarding your question, Tahar, a lot has happened since your escape from Greykeep. More and more people have started to see the light, and it is not just townsfolk and farmers anymore, but also soldiers. They all wish to fight for Aeonir's return, and we guide them.
I was planning on going for another half an hour or so, but if you need to go, go. You can always watch the video either here or over on YouTube when I upload it.
Sounds like a religious militia. To be honest, I don't like this. Northander doesn't need more armed factions.
Oh, what is that army of yours if not a militia? This country is torn, Tahar. It's only natural for people to take up arms and defend their own rights. You of all people should know that.
And how will he do that? If Sentenza has scouts all over the marshlands, he'll see the Purity's army coming from miles away.
That's where you come in. There's a godstone on the mountain of the old castle where your father's laboratory was, and where Sentenza has made his stand. If you kindle it for us, the Harbinger can use his rune to teleport himself and his armies right there.
Huh. That could work.
It will. Aeonir is guiding us, Tahar. Don't ever forget that. I'll wait here to make sure Sentenza's reinforcements don't take us by surprise if they get here before all this is done with.
Well, at least the rain is now a whole lot quieter. So go. Dude, if you need to go, go. I don't want to hold you here and... Well, actually, technically, I can't hold you here, but... If you need to go, just go. It's perfectly fine with me. I've live streamed for myself multiple times. I don't mind it. But yeah, as I said, you can always watch the videos. You can come back here and watch the end of the video in videos, or you can go to the YouTube channel and watch it when I upload it either later tonight or tomorrow.
I still don't understand how Sentenza got wind of this.
I don't know. He is the spy master after all, so I guess it's just one of his many ears who told him.
Fair enough, fair enough. It is up to you. If you have to go, go. If you're going to stay, then stay. It's perfectly fine with me either way.
Can you tell me anything about the marsh?
Well, I take it you're not interested in the folk tales about House Waite's descent into madness, so... No, not really. The only thing you should watch out for are undead. There's quite a lot of them around.
Of course. The Bloodburn.
What do you mean?
The Bloodburn. I don't know how to explain it, but corpses can be affected too. It awakes them.
Oh, that's eerie. Well, but I guess it explains a lot. The swamp has taken hundreds of lives over the years, and if that castle is where the Bloodburn originates from, then, well, you understand.
Bertrand, there's something I'd like to know. What do you make of all this? Do you really think my father is responsible for the Bloodburn?
Well, he must be connected to it somehow. Aeonir himself told the Harbinger this, didn't he? As to why and how, I guess we'll find out.
Once we've secured the Godstone, what then?
The Harbinger will know, but I assume we will storm the place. Once we're on the island, it should be an easy fight.
Shouldn't we try to reason with Sentenza first?
No, I don't think that's wise. Sentenza hates you, and he hates the Purity too. He has been trying to hunt you down since you escaped the keep. We cannot take that risk.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You will. Aeonir's blessings, Tahar. And stay safe. I'll be here if you need me.
Cool. I'm going to turn down some stuff real quick. There it is. Options, sound, ambient. We're going to turn down to about 50. Same with effects. Just a little bit. They seemed to be a little bit loud this time. That's okay. Cool.
Let me know what you need.
Slightly better. Oh, we already activated that one. All right. So what is around? I see the glow.
Interesting.
What do we got? A flaming mace deals fire damage, focus potion, and gold. All right. Uram's wielding a 2 additional target spear. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's keep that.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Yes, let's. Wait, seriously, we have to fight these guys and the undead? Ooh, hello. Fireball time.
You'll regret this.
And then a paradox. Let's get a firebolt over here. Let's get a Mesmer's Lance over here.
Get ready.
Can I drop a fireball back in here? Thank you. And then cough, of course, because, you know, that's the only way to do things.
Let us make this quick.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, some of you guys don't last very long. I don't think there's anything here. But there is something over here.
Deserted.
The hut is still in good shape, though. Probably the fishermen just left because of the storm.
It's like, well, fine, if you guys want to play that way. Well, I was planning on going around the river. I think now we're going to explore whatever we have on this side of the river. And try not to get up towards Sentenza's hut. We've got... Okay, that's not bad. Potion of Proficiency. Concoction that opens up the mind. More aware of abilities and potentials. Alright. I think I know who I want to give that to. But I want to see... We could go with this for ice. I'm not using Encourage. We're not using Infusion. Is there anything over here that would be useful? Not really. Any perks? Auto attacks have a chance to apply weakened. That wouldn't be bad, but that's a lot to get into that. Leech. Focus points. Focus regeneration. Mine's already really fast. Okay. Uram would be able to get this. So let's put it on Uram. Focus of Proficiency. Drink it. And then you have a point. Excellent. Call of the Elders. Boom. Alright, now what do I want to replace? I'm thinking Taunt for Call of the Elders. Because Warcry already taunts, and it taunts in an area. So yeah. I don't use it all that often either. I keep forgetting about it. Can you imagine trying to explore a swamp in this weather?
Everything has an end.
No, not Warcry. How do I get you to summon your dude? I gotta see this. Can I control you? Oh, I can. Alright, so let's select everybody and make them control one. That way, whenever this guy shows up again. Wow.
As you require.
Bye, dude. It was nice of you to join us. That was kind of cool.
Really?
That thing was actually really cool.
Pathetic.
They will fall.
Well, hello.
Now would you look at that?
I can talk to you.
Look at that. More Nortander folks. No, I still haven't seen that man.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so you're not with the Royal Army. Thank the Guardians. I was getting sick of their questioning. They're looking for someone, a traitor, apparently. Which leads me to the question, who are you if you're not with them?
I'm here to explore that castle.
Explore? Well, good luck with that.
And who are you?
Me? Just a lost soul on the search for meaning. Just as my men.
Okay.
And I guess all those weapons help with that search.
Well, what did you think they're for? Jokes aside, we're mercenaries. But with all that shit that's been going on, we're not so keen to get ourselves involved in another war anymore, no matter the pay. So we just went for a long hike into the blue, and this lovely place is where we ended up. It may look hostile, but the wilderness has plenty of fish to catch and plants to eat, so it's actually not that bad.
What's the story behind that castle? The Eye?
You don't know?
Well, I've heard the rumors. House Waite, their descent into madness.
And that's about it. Some 100 years ago, Parzival Waite, the head of the family who once lived in that lovely ruin on the island, contracted some disease and went completely and utterly bonkers.
How?
Well, he started seeing things, had those dreams of a white city, and said that something is coming to devour the world and that he has to stop it. At first, his wench, they didn't have heirs yet, and rumor had it she was barren, tried to help him, but eventually she lost her mind too. They started putting up crosses everywhere to keep that something from coming, starved themselves, and eventually started sacrificing their servants to the renegade gods to ask them for help. The story got out, and the villagers, at that time there were more, stormed the castle and hanged both him and his wife. End of story.
Huh.
So there's really no one living in the marsh anymore?
Hardly. There's a small village to the east, Batham or something like that. But I wouldn't advise you to go there, at least not as long as this storm's going on. All that bloody rain has turned the roads into damn death traps.
How so?
You're joking, right? You're in a damn swamp here, friend. One false step and you'll end up as a mummified corpse on the bottom of these ponds.
If you sell swords, can we hire you?
What for?
We want to storm the fortress.
Do you? That's ambitious. I better not ask for the reason, right?
Probably not.
All right. We'll help you if the pay is right.
5,000 gold.
How's this?
Let me see. Yes, that's fair. Well then, let's get started, shall we? Break is over, boys. Get moving.
Sweet.
We're ready. Just give the word.
And now we have some soldiers.
Yes, of course.
And now I don't feel bad about looting their town.
Interesting.
What do we got? Manseeker. And some gold. The nice thing is 5,000 gold's not really all that much. When you think about it. It really isn't. Alright. Let's get going.
I will do as I
I
must.
heard some... Oh, heavy thumping is thunder. Okay.
No, there's no getting through here.
But just walk across. It's perfectly safe, I
You read my
promise.
mind. Whatever's necessary.
Oh, there's loot here that I didn't know about. Whoopsies. Common bow. Cool.
All right, here goes nothing.
Child's play.
Here we go. Fair
Trying to
enough.
look for
Let's
more
do this.
stuff. That's what I want. More stuff. I can't get across this way either. How do we get over here? We can't.
That way?
Cool. Well, then what's over this way?
All right, here goes nothing.
Exploration, exploration.
Let's see what we can do.
Easy.
Get ready.
Alright, we haven't been down this way yet.
Everything has an end.
Well, hello.
I must.
Well, hello. Can I get a blizzard back here? And how about some entangling? There we go. That works. Yeah, hi guys.
Corporal.
It's nice to meet you. Bye guys.
Leave it to me.
Kaboom.
Easy.
Alright, let's drop another paradox in, get these guys healed up. Or at least get them partially healed up. Sweet. Well, that was fun. Human Scout cost reduction. I'll take it. What else we got? A longbow. Of course we do. I mean, why would it be anything else, right? Okay. We actually hadn't finished exploring over here like I'm... Oh, that's just the bridge across there.
You read
All
my
right.
mind.
Is there anything around here?
All right, here goes nothing.
As you require.
Okay, they gotta go back to go that way.
They will fall.
So we'll go around to here.
Fair enough. Let's
Hey,
do
look.
this. Rains. Hard to believe there was a time when people actually lived here.
They still do in the east. And while the environment may be hostile, I do not think the villagers have many troubles with raiders.
Whatever's necessary.
Let's drop a fireball back here. Can I get a paradox back here? Yeah. And then we'll just do a normal heal here. I didn't know he existed. Did we get any loot from that? Of course not. Why would we? Right, Tahar? Of course not. Why would we? Alright, drop a... Put that there. Let's get a blizzard back here. And a paradox.
What's the plan?
The plan is to do some actual healing. Alright. Oops. Did we get anything from these guys? The answer, yet again, is a resounding no. Okay. Well, let's go back here then and see what we've got in this
Let us
chest.
make this quick.
And then I think we're going to be done. I'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Great hammer, enchanted studded, and improved planks, which we already have.
Understood.
All right. Well, I think
Will do.
I think I've gone long enough today. Never mind. There's a chest here. So,
I don't think we should go there. The storm's completely soaked the ground. It would be too dangerous.
was it supposed to get this dark real quick? Because all of a sudden it's very dark. Anyway, I'm going to end today's live stream off here. Hope you folks enjoyed it. I will catch you either over on my YouTube channel or in a live stream next week, which will be the next one. And stay frosty out there, everyone.